like the dark owed me a sign. Every silence felt heavier, every truth took its time. I thought faith meant understanding every step before the fall, but the longer I waited, the less answers would call. And maybe strength isn't knowing, maybe it's standing still while your heart keeps breathing again your will. I learned to breathe without the answer, to live inside the unknown. I stopped demanding tomorrow and learned how to stand on my own. If faith is trust in the ground, even when it disappears, I learned to breathe right here. I watched certainty crumble like words written in sand, but something deeper remained that didn't need to understand. No voice telling me hold on, no proof lighting the way, just a quiet decision not to run away. I stopped asking the silence to explain who I am. I let the moment shape me instead of a plan. I learned to breathe without the answer, to stay when nothing is clear. I didn't find my direction, I found myself here. If faith is choosing presence over fighting fear, I learned to breathe right here. Let the world chase conclusions, let them label the pain. I found peace in the waiting, where nothing pretends to be safe. I learned to breathe without the answer, when belief had no sound. I didn't conquer the moment, I simply stayed on the ground. And if strength is living fully while the future disappears, I learned to breathe right here. Still breathing, still here. Still The sky was falling in slow motion, water rising at my feet. Every word they threw against me felt like concrete in the deep. The noise was louder than my heartbeat. The doubt was pulling at my name. There's something burning in my chest, refused to drown in shame. When the waves were closing in, I felt the spark within. I carried the fire through the flood, held it high above the mud. When the waters tried to take my ground, I was still unshaken, unbound. Through the dark, through the roar, through the pressure of it all, I carried the fire through the flood, and I didn't fall. There were voices in the thunder, saying this is where you break. But I've walked through silent seasons where there was nothing left to take. I've learned how to stand in absence. I've learned how to breathe in pain. So when the storm came rushing, I knew how to remain. When the current pulled my feet, I found strength beneath. I carried the fire through the flood, wouldn't let it turn to dust. When the night tried to erase my flame, I remembered why I came. Through the fear, through the fall, through the doubt inside it all, I carried the fire through the flood, and I stood tall. You can drown the city lights, you can flood the open sky, but you can't wash away conviction. You can't teach my soul to die. Every scar became a lesson, every tear became a spark, and the fire that you tested was already in the dark. I carried the fire through the flood, through the silence, through the blood. When the pressure tried to bend my spine, I drew a stronger line. Through the storm, through the fight, through the endless night, I carried the fire through the flood, and I'm still my fate. Heard my own doubts call my name. Walls I built began to shake. Nothing felt the same. I've been, but I didn't shatter. I broke, but I still could breathe. Somewhere under all the damage, there was something left of me. Through every doubt, through every fall, there was a truth beneath it all. I was still me when the lights went down, when the noise got loud and the ground gave out. I was still me when the mirror cracked, when the world pulled back. I didn't fade to black. No matter what I had to be, I was still me. They said I'd never feel the same after what I walked through. The scars don't erase your name, they just tell the truth. I carry questions like heavy chains, but they didn't steal my soul. Even when I felt incomplete, I was never not whole. Through every tear, through every fear, my voice was always here. I was still me through the darkest night, when I lost my fight and I lost my sight. I was still me when the sky fell in, when I couldn't win, still I lived within. No matter how far I had to see, I was still me. Not the same, but not erased, not undone, not displaced. Every crack let light through. I became something true. I was still me through the silence wide, through the changing tide, through the tears I cried. I was still me when I stood alone, when I lost my home, when I walked unknown. No matter who they thought I'd be, I was still me. You try to write me out like I was never here, to move on down, silence what you fear. You thought if you ignored me, I would fade away, like footprints in the ocean, gone by end of day. But I've been carved in deeper lines than you're forgetting mine. I won't be erased, I won't disappear. You can close the door, but I'm still right here. I won't be erased, you don't know my name. You can dim the light, can't replace. I won't be erased. You can shift the blame, but I'm still the voice you couldn't say my name loud and clear, even if you pretend you know. Here I was, here I remain. I don't vanish in you. I won't be erased. I won't be undone. You can block the sky, but I am the sun. I won't be erased. I won't fall behind. What you tried to bury only made me Your night, the sky felt empty, no answer in the air. Every prayer just echoed back like no one heard it there. The lights went out around me, the noise just disappeared, and all I had to stand on was every hidden fear. When the silence tried to claim me, I remembered who I am. When my voice was the only light shining through the darkest night, no sign was left to see. Something still was burning in me. Even when the world went quiet, even when I felt so small, I found strength inside the silence, and I didn't fall. They say faith is easy when the answers come, but what about the waiting when the sky goes numb? I learned how to be steady without applause or flame. I learned how to be faithful without a promise in my name. When the shadows tried to blind me, I stood up one more time. When my voice was the only light breaking through the endless night, when no road was left in sight, I kept singing through the fight. Even when the air was cold when the answers stayed in hiding. I still drew the line through the dark, through every doubt, through the silence screaming loud. I found strength I didn't know, and I never let it go. When my voice was the only There were days the noise just vanished, no sign in the sky. Every promise felt suspended, every reason asking why. I searched the air for answers, but the air gave nothing back. Just the sound of my own heartbeat in the quiet turning black. When the crowd had disappeared and the doubt was crystal clear. When the world fell quiet, I still believed. When the light was nowhere I could see. When the voice of hope grew faint and weak, something stronger lived in me. that the fire would change me, turn my heart to stone, that the heat would rearrange me, leave me less than I was known. I felt the flames around me, watch the sky collapse, but something deep within me wouldn't let me crack. You can test the edges, you can push the limits. remember the night the walls came down, the sky turned red without a sound. Voices saying I would change, that pain would rearrange my name. It said the fire makes you cold, turns your heart into stone and smoke. The heat against my skin, but I refuse to let it win. I didn't let the fire define me, didn't let the dark redesign me. I walked through flames, I held my ground, lost some things, but not myself. I found the smoke tried to blind me, the fear stood right behind me, but when the ashes hit the floor, till you bend, but it can't rewrite the end. I didn't let the fire define me, didn't let the dark redesign me. Through every spark, through every scar, I stayed exactly who we are. When the heat tried to confine me, when the fear tried to align me with everything I'm not anymore, I rose up from the floor. You can burn the ground I stand on, you can shake the sky above, but you'll never take the reason why I still believe in love. You can test my faith with thunder, you can try to make me fall, but the fire that was meant to break me couldn't take me at all. I didn't let the fire define, didn't let the dark redesign. Through the heat, through every fight, I kept my truth alive inside. Let the flames surround me, let the world doubt me. When the silence filled the sky, I stood and I did not deny. I didn't let the fire define me. You thought the pressure would shape me, like fire shapes the steel, that I lose what made me gentle, just to survive what I feel. Watch the cracks in the surface. You waited for the change, for bitterness to claim me, for my heart to rearrange. The pain doesn't get to name me. It doesn't know my soul. I didn't become what broke me. I didn't turn to stone. The storm tried hard to mold me, but I stayed my own. It's strength to staying human when the world grows cold. I didn't become what broke my soul. There were nights I almost vanished, where anger felt like power, but something deeper held me in that collapsing hour. No applause in the darkness, no crowd to see me fight. Just a quiet decision to keep my life. Scars don't get to define me. They only prove I stayed. I didn't become what broke me. I didn't lose my name. The fire didn't consume me. It couldn't take my flame. If courage is remaining when no one sees the cost, I didn't become what I lost. Let the world grow louder. Let the cynics speak. I'll stay soft in a hard place, strong in the weak. I didn't become what broke me. I didn't turn to dust. The pressure didn't own me. It only built my trust. If faith is staying open when the hurt unfolds, I didn't become what broke my soul. Still breathing, still There was a voice inside the silence, calling louder than the crowd. Every time I tried to hide it, it kept breaking through the doubt. I ran from every mirror, from every truth I couldn't fake, but the echo kept returning, whispering my name. In the quiet I could hear it, inside of me. No applause to keep me standing, no spotlight in the room, just conviction in the shadows, refusing to consume. When I stopped resisting, I finally began. I answered the echo of my name, through the storm, through the flame. When the silence tried to break me, I refused to bend again. Through the fall, through the pain, through the questions in my brain, I answered the echo of my name, and I reclaimed my You can bury truth and whisper, you can hide it under doubt, but the soul that knows it's calling will always find a way out. Every scar became a signal, every fear became a sign, and the echo that was haunting was always mine. I answered the echo of my name, through the dark, through the rain. When the world tried to erase me, I rose above the chain. Through the fear, through the flame, through the pressure and the strain, I answered the echo of my name, and I wanna fight inside my brain. Oh.